So the first thing you want to do before you're putting up the plastic over the window is to make sure everything is clean. So of course you're going to clean your window to start with, because you're not going to be able to get at it for the next few months. And then you're actually going to clean the trim to make sure that everything is clean before you put the tape on. So you make sure it's clean and dry. So these you can purchase in either a box, or you can buy a bulk tube of the film wrap. The boxes are typically for the smaller windows, although this one does indicate it does a door. This is a bigger piece that would be good for patio doors. So your next step is to make sure that you've got all your supplies with you. So we will have scissors, the double-sided tape, and I've cut the plastic film to the size that is needed. And you have to make sure when you are looking at this plastic film, it's really easy to not see that it needs to be pulled apart. So you want to make sure that it is a single piece. So I've cut this to the size of the door, and next I will be putting the strips up, the double-sided strips. So the next thing we're going to do after we've cleaned the door and prepped the door is we're going to add this double-sided tape. So it's sticky on the one side, and of course it's got the paper on the other. And I'm just going to put it around the frame. And you're making sure that it overlaps up on the top here. And we're going to place it all the way around. Some people cut the piece off beforehand. I just roll it so that I've got the exact size that I need. Just roll it all the way down. Place it on there. Down, down, down. And again, make sure it's overlapped. And cut it off there. So then you just want to run your finger down over top of it so that it's sealed to the frame. And then you're going to wait about 5-10 minutes to let that adhesive stick to your wood here. So now that you've left the double-sided strips on, what you're going to do is remove the tape from the double-sided strips, and you can slowly pull it up so that you make sure that it's actually sticking to your frame. And there we go. The tape is off. We're ready to apply the plastic film. So we have cut a strip of plastic that we're going to place onto our double-sided tape. Now notice that I'm actually putting this on the frame, and I'm not putting it close to the window, because it's actually the air that's between the window and this plastic that is going to insulate your window. So you want to make sure that you've got some distance in between. You've cut these, place them onto the plastic, trying to do it as smoothly as possible. So I start from the top and then the bottom. Just tap it in place in case you need to move the plastic, although it is very difficult to move. Run your finger over top of the plastic on either side. So we're going to be using a hairdryer to actually shrink wrap the plastic on the window. You can see that there's lots of wrinkles in it. And as we turn on the hairdryer, you can actually see the wrinkles disappear. And I suggest you start from the outside and move in when you're doing this. Make sure you're not too close, because if you get too close, what's going to happen is you're just going to melt the plastic. So you can see it's all the wrinkles are coming out. And there you go. You can see that you can barely tell that there's any plastic on here. And this will make a world of difference as far as drafts and, of course, reducing some of your energy usage. So we're just trimming off some of the excess and making sure it's nice and clean. So again, you just want to take your time to remove that, making sure that you don't get too close to the double-sided tape. And you can see how nice and cleaned up it is. One thing that I wanted to mention was that when you want to take this off in the summertime, some people do leave it up for a season, but at some point the double-sided tape will give out. So what you want to do is, again, just take your hair dryer and heat up that double-sided tape, and it'll just pull right off after you've heated it up. So you have a nice sealed up window.